Good morning, everyone. So, we've done some release work. Let's do some stuff to balance our energy to prepare us for this new year that is ahead. So, we're going to do some EFT tapping. You don't have to have ever tapped before to be able to tap along with me now. We start by tapping on the side of the hand. So, it's this fleshy part of the side of the hand. Okay. And then we come up and we tap on the beginning of the eyebrows. So that's where the eyebrows meet the bridge of the nose. Then we go to the side of the eye, alternating back and forth underneath the eye, under the nose, under that bottom lip, right on the crease of the chin. Collarbone points are right below the collarbone. We do the center of the chest, so it's right on the breastbone or the sternum, looks like Tarzan. Okay. And we go under the arms, so on the sides of the body, and we end at the top of the head. Okay. So you're going to repeat after me. Everyone here is muted, so no one's going to hear you repeating after me. And I would recommend that if you can speak out loud, that you do speak out loud. It makes a big difference to your subconscious mind. All right, so we're going to start on the side of the hand. Okay, you're going to repeat after me. Even though there were some things in this year of 2025 that were challenging and maybe even painful, for just this moment, I am recognizing that this year is coming to a close. I am ready to let go and prepare for a vibrant 2026. Even though there's some things from the year 2025 that I wish never had happened, and there has been times it's been difficult to be optimistic. For just right now, I'm recognizing all of the growth that I got from these challenges. And I'm downloading the wisdom and letting everything else go as I prepare for a prosperous 2026. Even though 2025 is almost to a close, I am willing to let go of what has happened before this moment and to open my mind and heart to creating an abundant, love-filled, healthy, and joyous 2026. Okay. So we're going to come up to the beginning of the eyebrows. You're going to repeat after me. Releasing 2025. Side of the eye. Releasing 2025. Under the eyes. Releasing 2025. Downloading the wisdom from 2025. Embracing the wisdom of 2025. Remembering the good in 2025. Center of the chest, bringing balance to this year of 2025. I'm ready to release and let go and keep what really works. Okay, now we're going to go right back to the beginning of the eyebrow point. I am preparing for 2026. Side of the eye. I am open to new positive changes. Under the eyes. Whatever happened before this moment is gone. That was then, and this is now. I step into 2026 with optimism, for I remember how powerful I am. I am a creator made in the image and likeness of love. Center of the chest. And I am ready to create with intention. Under the arms. I'm ready to create with optimism. Top of the head. I'm ready to create with faith. And we're going to do one more round, beginning of the eyebrows. I am stepping into 2026 feeling so much optimism. Side of the eye. Wonderful changes are unfolding before me. And I have everything I need to embrace these changes. Under the eyes. This is a brand new year, and it is filled with prosperity and love. Under the nose. And each time I choose to consciously create, I'm joining creation itself all across the universe. I am worthy and deserving of a beautiful year filled with community and connection, abundance and joy. Collarbone. So I open myself up to be more of a conscious creator than ever before, and to step forward with faith. Center of the chest. I'm given everything that I need to grow forward. Under the arms. The universe itself is conspiring in my favor. And as I, as an individual, prosper, so does Rockland CSL and everyone that we love. The year 2026 is blessed. And I go forward with enthusiasm and passion. Okay. Nice deep breath, everybody. Blow out through the mouth. Breathing in. Blowing out. Get ready. Get ready for good 2026.
She ready. She ready. She ready. Yes. I hope as we were being guided with Chris, by Chris, and speaking those words that you were speaking them with feeling and not just saying them, because invoking the feeling is very, very, very powerful. So thank you, Chris, for that refresh. It felt good. It felt good. Yes, yes, yes. So now I have a couple of things that I want to share with you as we think about the last part of our journey. So we've released, we've refreshed, and now we renew. And we've been on a journey 20 through 2025. Our journey has been our annual theme, rooted in oneness, living as principle. And each month we have journeyed with a universal principle and a spiritual practice. So we have 12 universal principles, we have 12 spiritual practices. And I hope that you have deepened your connection with at least one of those principles, with at least one of those spiritual practices, and that you will carry it forward with you into 2026. So, for December, our principle is the law of allowing, and our spiritual practice is acceptance. So, we just accept 2025 for what it was, what it is, right? And we just let it go. We just let it go because we know that as we refresh, we reform, and we renew. So I have been so inspired by a book that to me should be a classic, but it's only been out for maybe 5 or 6 years. And some of you may be familiar with it. It's called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. Is anyone familiar? No one. Okay. It's by Charlie Mackesy, and I'll put that in the chat. It's a beautiful book. It's mainly illustrations. You might think it's a children's book, but it's really for all ages. So I thought that we would journey through Renew through some of the excerpts from this book. So the book is about the journey of four friends: a boy, a mole, a fox, and a horse. And they share their fears, they share their universal lessons around kindness and hope and friendship. And I'm going to look for this because I didn't know it was made into a animated film, but it won a Academy Award for an animated short film by the same name: The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. And I got introduced to this book a number of years ago. Bob Roth referred to it. Bob Roth is the CEO of the David Lynch Foundation, which does work in the transcendental meditation space. And he shared this book a couple of years ago, and it always just stuck with me. And the other day I was in Barnes and Nobles and I saw the book. And again, because I had the book, gave it away, or let someone borrow it, and they never returned it, and then discovered it again recently. So here are a couple of excerpts that I invite you to carry with you into the new year. So the book starts with the mole asking the boy, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And the boy answers, "Kind." "What do you think success is?" asked the boy. "To love," said the mole. "Do you have a favorite saying?" asked the boy. "Yes," said the mole. "What is it?" "If at first you don't succeed, have some cake." "I see. And does that work?" asked the boy. "Every time," said the mole. The fox joins the boy and the mole after the mole frees the fox from being caught in a trap. The fox just listens as the boy asks the mole, "What do you think is the biggest waste of time?" "Comparing yourself to others," said the mole. "One of our greatest freedoms is how we react to things. I've learned how to be present," said the mole. "How?" asked the boy. "I find a quiet spot, I shut my eyes and breathe." "That's good. And then?" "Then I focus," said the mole. "What do you focus on?" asked the boy. "Cake," said the mole. "Isn't it odd we can only see our outsides, but nearly everything happens on the inside?" "Often the hardest person to forgive is yourself," said the mole. "Sometimes I feel lost," said the boy. "Me too," said the mole, "but we love you and love brings you home." "I think everyone is just trying to get home," said the mole. The horse joins the boy, the mole, and the fox. "What is the bravest thing you ever said?" asked the boy. "Help," said the horse. "Asking for help isn't giving up," said the horse. "It's refusing to give up." "We all need a reason to keep going," said the horse. "What's yours?" "You three," said the fox. "Getting home," said the boy. "Cake," said the mole. "What's your best discovery?" asked the mole. "That I am enough just as I am," said the boy. "I realize why we're here," whispered the boy. "For cake?" said the mole. "To love," said the boy. "And be loved," said the horse. So as 2025 comes to an end, I hope you know this deeply, each and every one of you, that you are loved, that you matter, that your presence makes a difference in this community. So let's end with the one final question from the mole. A question that you might carry in with you for your New Year's rituals. So I invite you to just take a moment and sit with this question. And if you feel moved, you can share. What is the best discovery about yourself this year? What is your best discovery about yourself this year? We'll just take a moment to sit with that. Okay. Would anyone like to share? Jan wrote in the chat that kindness is needed in the world and I could be kind to others who need it. Amen, Jan. Anyone else would like to share? What I discovered about myself recently was a sermon that I gave this month about the, the distinction between acceptance and clarity. I often ask for clarity when what I really what really is required is acceptance of what is. That was a big lesson for me this year. I am more resilient than I realize. That's from Chris. Ronald said, kindness is an act of loving others. Amen. Amen. Yes, we are more resilient than we realize. Rev Donna Marie said, acceptance. See if I could get back up to it. Okay, someone will have to unmute and just read the chat for me.
I can do it. Who am I reading?
Rev Donna Marie and everyone after that.
Okay. Donna wrote, acceptance is liberating me, and with clarity came speed and understanding. From Roxanne, but all my actions have a ripple effect for generations. From Susie, I can remain calm when discussing difficult topics with someone who has a different point of view than me. From Fee, that I am more creative than I thought and coachable. I am learning and learnable. And from Caroline, I am stronger than I realized.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I could echo each and every one of those for myself as well. We often reflect back to each other, right? Our learnings as well. So thank you all for sharing that. Again, I highly recommend this book, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, and also the fifth season by Mark Nepo, which was our December companion book. So let's seal this with our last affirmative prayer for 2025, at least in this form. So I invite you to do what the mole invites us to do, which is to go within to our quiet spot. Shut your eyes and just breathe. And let's just focus our intention and our attention on each other, on this community. As we give thanks for this year now completing itself very, very soon, for all that has been learned, all that has been healed, and all that has shaped us into who and whose we are. We bless what we release, the old stories, the old skins, the old ways of being, and we declare that our work here in 2025 is finished. We let all of it go with gratitude, not regret. We allow our hearts and minds to be refreshed, restored by love, supported by community, and renewed by the quiet knowing that we are enough, exactly as we are. And so, as we soon step towards this new year, we affirm our connection to the light within us and among us, the light that guides and strengthens and reminds us that we never walk alone. May we carry forward kindness as a practice, love as a compass, and courage as our companion. We give thanks for one another, for this sacred community, and for the ever unfolding journey of life itself. And with open hearts and renewed spirits, we release this prayer into the infinite, trusting its perfect unfolding. And so it is. Amen.